in the land of the samurai, on my journey to earn it and be the baddest man alive. Traveling many avenues, battling all the baddest dudes, having them scrambling, but to catch them is what you cannot do.
Alright guys, so it's Nathan Mendelsohn back again with T-Love for another technique of the week here. Okay, today we're going to continue on our countering of the over-under pass. Okay, last week we did countering if you could pass the leg in front of the guy's head, going for the kimura. Okay, this is another way that you can counter. Okay, a lot of times I go for this one first, honestly. Okay, it's going to block his head so that he's not able to get really deep into the over-under pass. Okay, and then one of the counters is going to sweep the guy so that you end up on the top. The other is going to be going to an arm drag, so you either come to his back or he may accept a sweep to defend his back. Okay, so please keep checking in every week on Wednesdays for new techniques. Okay, if you really like the content here, please subscribe, like, and if you watch the video till the end, please let me know in the comments. Leave any questions that you guys have in the comment section.
Come along, come along, come along and ride with me, and ride with me. Come along, come along, come along and ride with me, and ride with me. Come along on the ride, I just spit the song and then vibing. However long I'm alive, you know I'ma keep it live, leaving people deep in the sleep when I'm creeping, keeping them peeping the kid. Check his vids to see what he did. I ain't keeping it hid, yo, you can check it out.
Alright guys, so first here I'm going to show you guys a little mechanic that's kind of difficult to get, honestly, but when you get it down, then it'll work really good for you in a lot of situations. I learned this, some people in Brazil call it the tres dedinhos, like 3 little toes. I'm not sure why, and I learned this when I was like a purple belt at Fight Zone when I was spending a couple weeks down in Ipanema with Ricardinho Vieira. And it took a really long time. It was the only thing he worked on the whole week, and by the end of the week I finally got it, and then it was something that has saved me in a lot of positions and tournaments since then. So it's going to feel a little weird when you first try it, but it's worth practicing and getting it down. So it's from here inside the half guard. So let's go first, just like with you just sitting straight up. So I'm going to have my hook here. He was really talking about when we were working on this how I always want my knee outside of the guy's knee. Okay, I'm never coming in and locking my half guard like this. I'm always keeping this hook here as shallow to his knee as I can, keeping my knee out and my foot pointing down. So it's this foot pointing down here that's gonna block the bottom half of his shin. Okay, if I try to push him over here, it's this bottom part of his leg that moves, that keeps base. Okay, so he can have a base over there. So when I block this, okay, and now I'm gonna push him over the top of that so that his hip is going to hit the ground. Okay, so how do I do that? I keep this hook, okay, my foot goes to the floor. Now this is the part that feels weird. You're going to have contact with the floor, okay, with your foot. So as I lift my knee here, okay, my foot's going to go across the floor so it's blocking his ankle. Okay, my foot is my toes are already touching the floor, and I'm gonna roll across my foot here. Okay, that's what's gonna block this bottom half so he can't correct with his leg here, and I'm gonna knock him in the belly with my knee here to turn him over. Okay, my foot doesn't ever leave the floor. Okay, so from the front it just looks like lifting your knee here. Okay, your knee's gonna hit into the guy's belly. Okay, as you hit into his belly, I like to kind of sit up onto my hands, okay, so I can really hit him with this knee in the belly and hit in. Okay, and then I come up on top of him. Okay, that's what the motion is with your leg. Okay, and you can use this in a lot of different positions, but the one that I use it a lot for is when the guy comes in for the over-under. And the nice thing about this is, look, he committed this hand. So I've already blocked his foot with my hook. His only other thing he could have as a post would be this arm, and he's trapped it in between my legs here. Okay, so as he comes in for this over-under pass, what he really wants is to come across here and lock me off. And again, if I let him get all the way here so that my hips are flat and he's completely locked across, it's gonna be really tough here. Here I'm gonna have to be like pushing on and pushing his head, really trying hard to get that leg over to go for the move from last week. Okay, but again, if the guy's really tight here, he may not let me pass that leg. So it's a better option to not let him even get here in the first place. So what am I gonna do is he comes in, I'm already knowing he's going for it, so I'm coming with my shoulder here is gonna block his head, and my thumb is gonna go thumb down in his armpit. So come in deep for it now, Travis. Okay, I'm gonna block him here. Okay, as I block him with this shoulder, his head no longer can cross across my hips anymore. Okay, so he can't put me flat. He can't get his head way over here like he wants it. Okay, I block him here. He wants this grip up high. Look, I've got like a wall here now. He's not gonna be able to pass his head across anymore. Now look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stomp with this leg. Okay, I'm blocking him here so that I've got tension in his armpit. That tension, along with me kicking here, is gonna break that grip off. So as I come here, I'm gonna kick, okay? And then I'm gonna stomp my foot to the floor so that my feet are close together and I'm pinching my knees, okay? Now I've got him stuck so he has no post on this side, okay? So what am I gonna do? I keep him here, I start to post up onto my elbow. Now I'm gonna do that movement with my leg that we were showing in the beginning of the video. I'm just gonna turn here. As I turn here, I start to get him going. It's a block on his bottom part of his leg, and what's lifting him is my knee, my bottom knee. So I lay down on my leg there, Travis, if you're laying, okay? I'm gonna lift, okay? That knee starts to lift his hip. It really gets him off balance to this side. Before you know it, he's tipping to this side, and he has no base over there. Okay, so when I get to about here and he's tipping, now I'm gonna go both hands on the ground and just sit up. Okay, now he's almost all the way going over. Now I'm just gonna hip in like a bridge and come on top of him. A lot of times right about here, the guy's looking to come back up, so you catch him with the underhook here. Okay, once you catch him with that underhook, boom, you're right up into it. You sweep him and you come up into a really good position for a knee slide pass. Okay, so watch that section over and over again. Again, really practice the details on that because it works really good. Okay, that sequence right there for me works super well. Okay, people come in thinking they're gonna get the over/under pass. I catch them with that, flip them over. All of a sudden they're like, they don't even understand what happened. They feel like it's like a fluke or something. They're like, somehow I just lost my base. Okay, it feels really weird when you start to hit it and the guy on top's just like, all of a sudden I was tipping and I didn't have a base. Okay, so it works really good. Now the other thing that might happen too is when I get here, the guy starts to feel like I'm doing this and he feels like he's not in a good position here. He can feel that he has no base on this side and he can feel that I'm starting to tip him over. So he decides to sit up and bail out. As he bails out, I'm just gonna catch him with my inside arm, okay, because I'm already ready for it. You have to be ready for him to do it. And now as his arm comes out here, I just hit him with the arm drag, okay? As soon as I hit him with that arm drag, I come around his back, okay? Here sometimes I'll get his back, but a lot of times what happens is as I'm here, the guy feels you coming for his back, so he throws himself to the bottom, okay, to try to not let you have his back, and again, you get the sweep there, okay? That sequence works super well, so much so that in training a lot of times, I'll let people start to kind of come into the over-under pass, because I know I'm gonna catch them with one or the other of those. So the really important thing to focus on right from the beginning is as he comes in, right away, you can't let him get in here deep with a really high grip. Okay, so guys coming in for the over-under, first thing is here, okay, come in, okay, stomp and start to get up onto your elbow. Okay, if you can start to get that, you've already defended his over-under pass. He's not gonna over-under pass. And now you're gonna be able to counter him with one or two of those options there. Thanks a lot for tuning in, you guys. If you guys watch this video all the way till the end, please do me a huge favor and drop a comment in the comment section, okay? If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop those in there too, and I'll try to follow-up videos. Okay, please like and subscribe. Keep tuning in every week for a new technique.